Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well. There's no rest for the wicked, really, is there? I give you a 34-minute video earlier on because I tried to pack in as much as I possibly could, and then we get this. This is going to be another half hour, guys. I told you there will be more. This is just not going to stop. I think throughout this entire transfer window, we're going to just end up with so much to go over. Might have to bring triple uploads. Nah, well, I won't push it. Just well, unless it's necessary. If it's necessary, I will. But anyway, let me know if you do want to see that. I bet you guys are going to go, yeah, please do this. He's going to kill me. But anyway, let's not waste time. We got tons to cover, and we're going to start off with. I mentioned this earlier. On, and this is all happening a lot quicker than I anticipated. Nicolas Jackson. Manchester United are monitoring Nicolas Jackson. This has come from The Times. Also says Manchester United are monitoring the situation of Nicolas Jackson as he weighs up his future after Chelsea's summer spending spree, which included the acquisition of strikers Liam Delap and João Pedro. And there we are. That has come from Paul Hurst of The Times, who reports for both Manchester clubs, Manchester-based. It's happening. I told you guys this is going to be the case. This is a lot quicker than I thought I'd hear it, honestly. I thought give it a little bit of time, maybe another couple of weeks. We might hear about Jackson leaving or whatnot, but we're getting it already. You know what I mean? We're getting it already. I'm sticking to the point that I think he's heading out of the door. He won't stay. I think Chelsea will capitalize on the money that can be made, and I think that we will let him go because we now have João Pedro and we now have Liam Delap, and we're going to bring in one more attacker who will fill in as the number 3 option just in case. I think that's going to be how it runs. Now, Nicolas Jackson, the Manchester United. I have to be honest here. I'm seeing the meltdown. What is it with us? What is it with us and causing meltdowns? I mean, this is great. We are literally dispatching meltdowns wherever we want to hit them. You know, it's like dishing out missiles. All right, send them a missile. All right, send these ones a missile. All right, cool. Who's next? You lot? You can have one too. We're just dishing out meltdowns. Arsenal? Yeah, go on, have a meltdown. You want one? United? You want? There you are. Who else wants a meltdown? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. First Madueke Arsenal kick off, and that's going to get contained. That's going to get contained because they're about to sign Gyökeres, and we know that's basically a done deal. It's going to happen. Don't wait for it to not happen. Arsenal are going to get Gyökeres. You best believe Arsenal fans will forget about Madueke as soon as they sign Gyökeres. But when Manchester United, if they get Nicolas Jackson, as our friend Matisse says, we will be there. We will be there. We will be there. Easily, we will be there. And like I said before, just like with Madueke heading off to Arsenal, who is going to be receiving his winner's medal in the post. His life. He does what he wants. I'm not going to say anything. He does what he wants. I don't get the timing of it. But anyway, he does what he wants. We'll be fine. I think we'll be fine when Nicolas Jackson ends up going too. I think we'll be fine, man. Have you seen what João Pedro is doing? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll wait and see how this one's going to transpire. Let me know your thoughts. But there's big striker movements happening. And you know what? Nicolas Jackson going to Man United could be tied to something else. I'll give you a hint. PSR. Let's move to Liverpool real quick. We're going to come back to Chelsea. Don't worry. I've pieced this all together so then it all links. Just follow me. Just follow me on this. Follow my lead. His latest on Liverpool. Unbelievable. So Liverpool made club-to-club approach with Newcastle to discuss record bid for Alexander Isak. If Isak won't be available, Liverpool can enter Ekitike race. Decision up to Newcastle as they never wanted to sell Isak plus offer a new deal. We also have David Ornstein. Liverpool make approach to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. Liverpool say no formal bid. Plus, well aware, Newcastle's stance has always been not for sale, but communicated interest in deal for 25-year-old Sweden international worth in region of £120 million. He then got Hugo Ekitike case remains open as Newcastle sent official bid close to €80 million on Monday. Eintracht want more. Liverpool can enter the race only if Newcastle close the doors to Alexander Isak exit. Newcastle are still there pushing for Ekitike, but a lot depends on Isak. And we have Ben Jacob saying Liverpool prepared to pay a British transfer record for Alexander Isak and surpass the Florian Wirtz package as revealed in June. All depends on Newcastle. With club-to-club talks but no formal bid yet, Liverpool want clarity and could turn to Hugo Ekitike if Isak isn't possible. Newcastle have played checkers and Liverpool have played chess. That's what's happened here. Pretty mental. And here is how. Liverpool have just made the ultimate power play. Sell us Isak or we're going to sign Ekitike. Newcastle can only win one fight, not two. I'm very sorry, Newcastle. I like you guys. Yeah, Newcastle, I actually like Newcastle. Yeah, you could say maybe I'm commemorating a little bit, black and white, who knows. But you've been played here, lads. It's checkmate. You know you're playing chess and you realize, crap, I think I'm toast. That's what's happened here. This isn't just check. This is checkmate. Your king is dead. And he's not getting out now. It's done. Newcastle can only do one thing. You either keep Isak or you lose him and you sign Ekitike. I'll be honest, Newcastle. If I was you, I would keep Isak. He's already Premier League proven. He's already banging in goals. Why would you need Ekitike? I understand the plan is you maybe wanted both, and that would have brought your whole plan together. I get it, but you are checkmated. You now have to make a sacrifice. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. I wouldn't run the risk of going for Ekitike when you're going to want to get out of Ekitike what you're already getting out of Isak. There's no point. There's no point whatsoever. So you might as well keep Isak. And I'm not going to lie. I am rooting for you guys to keep Isak here, guys. Yeah? Away, lads. Yeah? Listen, lads. I need you to keep Isak. I am not going to live in a world where Liverpool have picked up Florian Wirtz, Rodrigo, and Alexander Isak. No. People have a go at they have a go at us about not playing to FFP or PSR. Chelsea are breaking the rules. Flipping out. What the hell are Liverpool doing then? And if that's the case, no. This is not happening. I refuse to live in a world where Liverpool have those three players, Wirtz, Rodrigo, Isak. Not to say that I'm concerned about what we can do. You know, João Pedro is looking fantastic. I mean, we might be onto something going a little bit under the radar, as we've already established, right? I mean, we won the Club World Cup going under the radar, so you never know what can happen next season. We'll be there. But this inevitably makes Liverpool stronger. I do not want to see it. So please, Newcastle, keep Isak. Don't be stupid. Look, worst case scenario for us is, okay, they get Florian Wirtz, they might get Rodrigo, and then they get Ekitike. I can live with that. I think they'll be great, but I can live with that. But you give them Isak, you are wrecking the Premier League for all of us if you give them Isak. Don't. Including yourselves. You know what I mean? So Newcastle, you must. Now, let me know your thoughts on that whole saga, because I'm curious about your opinions there. But now we bring it full circle. Okay, now we bring it full circle. Aston Villa are keeping a close eye on Alejandro Garnacho's situation at Manchester United. Also says the Daily Mail. Okay. So you know what this means? Because I'm playing chess now. I'm not playing checkers. Some people would go, oh, very easy. Yeah? Okay, Aston Villa. How about you take Garnacho, right? And that way, we can offload Jackson. Or, how about you don't go for Garnacho? How about you give us Rodgers and we'll give you Jackson instead? How about if I said all three parties can benefit here? How about if I brought in the lovely PSR triangle? Yeah? We've seen this deal done before. We've seen when 3 clubs are going to be the triangle and everyone passes a player on to the next guy. Well, this is what we do. United pass Garnacho to Aston Villa. Great. Aston Villa give us Morgan Rogers. Great. We give Man United Nicholas Jackson. Everyone's a winner. And everyone has PSR covered. Surely this makes sense, no? Please make this happen. I don't advocate for PSR deals ever, but this one I am completely behind. Completely. Because if it means we don't get Garnacho, we get Rodgers, and Jackson goes to Man United, this is going to be the best PSR deal we will ever do. Yeah? Ever do. So, Villa, United, let's all get around the table and let's work on something. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like that deal? Do you not? Are you with me on that? Or are you not? I'd love to know. Down below. Much appreciated. Now, Chelsea and what they're gaining after a wonderful, wonderful Club World Cup win is... Oh boy, these players are about to pocket something humongous. Chelsea players set to pocket around £350,000 each in bonuses after their Club World Cup triumph. Oh boy. You know, for some people, this is maybe like 2 weeks' salary. You know what this is for Tyreek George? For Tyreek, I feel for the brother. Honestly, Tyreek, bro, I am happy for you, man. I am really happy for you. Maybe Josh Hachempong's in the same boat here. You lads, I am buzzing for you guys, man. Your bank accounts are about to hit some astronomical levels. Your bank account balances have just been doubled. You know? I expect that you lot have maybe a few £100,000 in the bank. Now you're about to double it. Yeah? Tyreek George earns 7.5k a week. He's on 7.5 grand a week. He's about to get a £350,000 bonus. I'm buzzing for you. You deserve it. Honestly, that is outrageous. Now, I thought I'd mention that just because it's unbelievable. But in terms of these bonuses, it is unclear whether or not that will include Madueke. Again, more of the reason that I'm like, why did you leave when you left? I mean, you could have left now, not last week. Do you know what I mean? But you do you. I'm not actually phased. I'm just saying in terms of if I was in his shoes, why would I do that? I would play the final and then go. But I don't know. I don't know. Now, he's gotten his medal in the post. Is he going to get his bonus? I don't know what the contracts are saying. This is going to be legal. This is all legal. So if it's in the contract where he's eligible to his bonus despite making a move, or is he not eligible to it because he's moved to a new football club prior to the bonus being initiated? So is he entitled to it? Is that cut off because he wasn't in the final? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. But you do you. Anyway, more on Chelsea and why I mentioned how important winning the Club World Cup was, alongside getting Champions League football. But winning the Club World Cup has just, look, do you remember when I said all of the things that are going to come as a result of this? Well, it's starting. Check this out. Chelsea are said to be in talks with 7 to 10 big global companies over a long-term front of shirt sponsorship, which could be worth £60 million a year. Oh boy. It's starting. 7 to 10. Global. It's just the beginning. I think 60 million is still little. If it was just Champions League football, I'd go yes. Your brands are going to be on shirts for 4 seasons with a badge that says World Champions on it. Do you know what that does for your brand? I would add an extra 10 million just for that. So listen, 70 million, please. That's how I would do it. I'm just saying. I want to be fair, you know, and say that some of the sponsorships we were looking at before for the reason we were not looking at it was something that I was like, what are we doing? But now we've got Champions League. I can understand 60 million. But as world champions now on the same shirt with your branding, listen, 10 million more, please. That's called the World Champion Premium. That's an extra fee you're going to have to cough up, I'm afraid. You'll be the only brand that will have that privilege of being on a shirt for 4 years that says world champion on it. Extra 10 mil, please. I would. I think that's worth it. And you know what? These companies will pay. They will pay. They will pay. Have to. So, good things coming out of that Club World Cup win. Now, what about internally at Chelsea? What's the ambition now? This is what I was talking about before. Earlier on, yesterday, after the World Cup win, how we need to now look to, we have convinced ourselves that we can play at a very high level. Fantastic, great. Now we need to make sure we stay there, and we need to be ambitious, and we need to go for silverware. We need to be putting the team in a position where it can compete with the big boys consistently. Good, okay. Well, here's the latest from within. Enzo Maresca will not be under immediate pressure to deliver the Premier League title, and there is said to be recognition that Chelsea still have work to do to catch and overtake champions Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal. This is a double-edged sword. I wouldn't want to make it look like to Maresca, don't worry, you don't have to do it. Nah, I wouldn't do that. But I agree with the sentiment that we've still got work to do. We can get better. This isn't the finished article. We're just getting started. I agree with that. That in turn shows ambition. We know we still have to work and we still need to push even more. We still need to do more. It's not done yet. That makes me think that we can hit something flipping incredible if we do reach that target. So, which in turn would translate to winning a Premier League title or Champions League title. It would put us in it would put us in contention. So the first bit, maybe just not wanting to put too much pressure, but the second bit basically allows us to achieve what we want to achieve anyway. So I would like to think that there is a big hustle going on. And why? Let's read more. Chelsea believe they can build a dynasty with their current strategy that will give the club the best possible chance to become serial winners. As I just said. If this is the aim, this is the real aim, the real ambition, the money will follow. But the real ambition is, now we want to be, as quoted, serial winners. Then we're all on board. We are all on board. Because we want to see a dynasty too. We don't want something that's just going to be 1 season, 2 seasons, and it fizzles out. No. We do, if possible, want to see something that will go decade dominance. We've done that once before. It felt pretty flipping amazing. Yeah, that 2004 to 2012 window was just absolutely magical. We want that again. We want that again. So let's do it. Now, to prove if there is from within the squad a mentality, an ambition, a drive, a standard, a level, João Pedro has spoken. Listen to these words very carefully. Pay attention. On the Club World Cup, he says, I think you saw in the final how important it was to everyone at Chelsea. It is a very good group with very good guys. Everyone wants to win. The mentality is good. Everyone has been very welcoming to me. I came to Chelsea to win trophies, and today we did. Now we need to rest, and it will be time to go again next season. But we'll enjoy it first because we won the tournament. This has so many layers to it in terms of what he's mentioned about the squad, about everyone else, about the mentality, about the club, and about his own personal ambition. It all aligns on we want to win. Great. That is actually what is going on behind the scenes, and that's the drive. That's our drive too. So we all align. So bring it on. As simple as that. We want to start winning, and we've proven to ourselves we can play at the highest level. We just need to be consistent. We need to maintain and drive and push even more, because competition are going to be pushing. We need to make sure we're pushing. But what I will say is commendable. The back end of last season to what we've seen now, that 0 to 100 was just... I don't think anyone saw that one coming. Even people that are like, no, this is all working. I don't think the rate that we shot up at from 0 to 100 was what anyone was expecting in terms of how fast we do it. That was literally like starting at the back for a race and then just literally plowing yourself through the entire field and then finishing first. It's just insane. So we'll see how it's all going to transpire. But the boys do deserve a break. What I will say, I also want to hit this home. What needs to be improved needs to be highlighted. We don't just shadow and paper over cracks. No. What needs to be improved needs to be mentioned and needs to be brought to account. We need to be accountable. So when I saw what I'm about to show you now, like, okay, this is promising. Check this out. So Chelsea, will continue to work with Sanchez, who is statistically exceptional in all areas except one: mistakes leading to goals. Cut some of those out and the club believe they already have a top goalkeeper. This is a very, very divisive point amongst the fan base because Sanchez has made so many flipping blunders. It's insane. But this is true. What's being said here is true. His problem has never been in between the sticks. He's always been a really good shot stopper. We know this. He'll pull out worldies. We know this. And that final, I mean, that was the best game I've ever seen Robert Sanchez. I was literally going to say Petter. I'm not even going to lie. I had... Bloody hell. But I was actually like flabbergasted with how amazing and incredible he was in that final. That was the best performance he's put on in a Chelsea shirt by a mile and a half. Yeah? Sanchez was absolutely incredible in that final. That was a proper prime Petr Cech performance. But that's because he didn't have to play with his feet. You know what I mean? He didn't do that. Literally, every time the ball came to him, he went long. I'm cool with that. Literally, look, I am not fascinated or obsessed with us having to play out of the back. I'm really not bothered. If the goalkeeper gets it, he just whacks it up the pitch, but he's making incredible saves in between the sticks. You have my money. You have my support. Completely. I am on board with that. And we know if Sanchez just does that, he's actually a really good goalkeeper. But if we are actually going to be obsessed, if we have to, if it's part of what we're doing and it's an absolute necessity and requirement that we have to play with our feet in terms of the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper has to play with his feet, then there has to be a drastic improvement here, which for so long just felt impossible because Sanchez just makes mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Can he cut that out? Is the question. Or can we live with him just going long? Because if he just goes long, there's no mistake. If that's the case, I'll live with that. Because I also understand, and I highlighted this a few days ago, Chelsea have a big eye on Mike Penders, and we are going to get to see what he's going to do at Strasbourg. Now, I don't know if maybe we're going to end up getting someone eventually, or are we going to hold off and wait to see what Mike Penders is going to do? Because maybe after his loan, we bring him in. I've got a feeling that's maybe what Chelsea are going to do. But also watch out, Mike Maignan could be available on a free transfer from January. But if we do bring in Mike Maignan, does that hinder Mike Penders? Does one Mike hinder another? These are things that have to be answered. We don't know. We don't know. But Sanchez, if Sanchez can play like he did in that final every week, I won't have a problem. I genuinely will not have a problem. I'll be like, yeah, keep him. Absolutely. Because that was magical. But are we going to get that every week? This is why I say now it's all about consistency. We now need to play at this level every week. Now, it's not going to be like that every single week, but you have to do your best to try and maintain it every single week. The consistency has to be there. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think on Sanchez? But I like that this is being highlighted. His poor points. We're not getting ourselves PR'd with, oh no, look how beautiful and rosy this is. No, things are being held accountable here. Good. That's what I want to see. This is honest. Fantastic. So let's wait and see. Now, let me know your thoughts. I want to move to a target. And it's one of the ones that I've wanted. Chelsea hold fresh talks for João Hato, with Liverpool also interested. Ajax quoting 60 million, but suitors hoping for closer to 40 million. Hato does not have a release clause. Bring. 40 million sounds perfect. I'm cool with that. Personally, we need to bring in Hato. We absolutely have to. We know we're selling Vega. We know Cucurella needs cover. Hato, who's 19, or is he 20 now? Has been, I think, the perfect example of someone we can bring in as a backup to Cucurella and someone that can grow and develop and then try and compete later on, but we know won't compete right now. And Cucurella is the main guy. He's one of the most undroppable players in the team at the moment. He cannot be dropped. But we need someone that can be filling in. We're going to be playing 4 competitions, Champions League included. We need rotation. Someone like Hato, young player of the year in Holland, has been exceptional for Ajax. 19 years old, so still got time and needs to grow, and we know he's not on the level of Cucurella, and he should know that. But he'll embrace the chance of coming to Chelsea and being part of this. At the same time, has Champions League experience, has top flight football experience, but has these things. I think is the perfect guy to bring in that will accept playing a number 2 role to Cucurella, at least in the short term, which is what we need. Vega won't. We know that. But Hato, I think would be really good. I want 40 million. I think that's a good deal. That will be absolutely worth it. So, do you think that's a deal we should go for? I think, look, we know that Fabrizio's mentioned this as well. Chelsea are looking for one more attacker. We're looking for one centre-back, apparently. And it looks like we're after João Hato. Those are the things, and the goalkeeper is the one that seems like we're not so sure of what's going to happen. But those 3 things, I think, are going to happen. So we'll wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on Hato. Do you like him? Do you not? Let me know down below. Now, Arsenal Football Club. Please step to the stand. I've got something to say. As of Sunday, Chelsea Football Club have, if you can see this, I can't actually switch this up. Oh, man. I wanted to actually show you that. Hang on. Can I? Oh, there we are. Yeah, there we are. So, as of Sunday, Chelsea have now won 30 major trophies. And yes, excluding charity trophies, no charity shields included. So, Arsenal, don't try and bring your 17 plates to the table. Leave the 17 plates in the kitchen where it belongs. Yeah? We've got 30 trophies. They've got 30 trophies. They've got 13 league titles, 14 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, and 1 Cup Winners' Cup. We've got Premier Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups, 2 Champions League, Europa Leagues, Conference League, Cup Winners' Cup, Super Cups, Old Club World Cup, New Club World Cup. Have I missed anything? Basically, every single trophy that there is to possibly win at club level, we are the only team on the planet to have done it. So because of that, Arsenal, now we have equaled your number of major trophies, but we've just done it better and ours looks more colourful. I'm afraid now London is fully and completely blue. We have not only dominated domestically, but we've also dominated continentally and globally. Multiple times, not just once. Old formats and new formats included. The world is blue. Europe is blue. London is blue. Sorry, Arsenal. You're now in second place. Just thought I should say. To wrap up, when you're big, you're big. So, big up to Feroz, good friend of mine. And just to let you know about Feroz, watch out for a possible new Against All Odds 3 might be coming out. Could be a work in progress. Hold the phone. But he has shown the brand new collaboration between Ovo and Chelsea. Ovo, owned by who? Drake. Yes, Drake. Drake himself owns Ovo. And this brand have collaborated with Chelsea to come up with a new line, as you can see, of clothing. Chelsea Ovo branded clothing. All sorts of garments and wonderful, wonderful stuff here. Wonderful, wonderful clothing. And you're big, you're big. You know. What can I say? Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. everything I've discussed. What do you think? And I'll catch all of you tomorrow for a brand new couple of new ones. Subscribe, notification bell on, and I'll catch you there. In a bit, people. Look after yourselves. Take care.